How Patrick Mahomes spends his millions.
Patrick Mahomes has the potential to be one of the best football players of all time. He has already established himself as the best quarterback in the league and now has the ghost of Tom Brady left to chase. Last season, Mahomes had one of the best seasons of his already Hall of Fame caliber career. He would throw for 5,250 yards, 41 touchdowns, and only 12 interceptions in the regular season. In the postseason, he would go on a tear throwing for 703 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Along with this, he would lead the Kansas City Chiefs to a Super Bowl victory. This came in his first season without Tyreek Hill and arguably the weakest receiving core he has had since his time at Texas Tech. Up to this point in his career, Mahomes has amassed $79,404,472 in his NFL contracts alone. With all of the endorsement deals and savvy investments he has already made, there is a strong chance that Mahomes will retire as a billionaire. Today, we will break down how the top quarterback in the NFL has spent some of his millions. What if I told you that Mahomes would show his dedication to the city of Kansas City with the first massive purchase on this list? 1. Joining the ownership group of the Kansas City Royals. Mahomes has a lot of history with the sport of baseball. Baseball would be his first love, and there is a world in which he chose to follow in his father's footsteps and pursue a career in the MLB rather than the generational quarterback that we know today. Mahomes' dad spent 11 years in the MLB as a pitcher for the Minnesota Twins, Boston Red Sox, New York Mets, Texas Rangers, Chicago Cubs, and Pittsburgh Pirates. Patrick would grow up in MLB dugouts and get the chance to see some of the best players in the league at the time. He would even be drafted by the Detroit Tigers as a pitcher while he was in high school. While, as we all know, he would go on to choose football over baseball, Mahomes would still remain close to the game when he became a partial owner of the Kansas City Royals. While an official dollar amount for how much Mahomes spent to become an owner has not been officially disclosed, many believe that the grand total ended up being around $10 million. The Royals would release an official statement saying, "The Kansas City Royals today welcomed the newest member of the team's ownership group, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback and Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes. We are very proud and excited to have Patrick as our partner in the ownership group of this franchise," said John Sherman, chairman and CEO and principal owner. Along with the rest of Kansas City, I have watched Patrick compete and become an extraordinary leader, both on and off of the football field. When asked about joining the ownership team, Mahomes was quoted as saying, "This opportunity allows me to deepen my roots in this community, which is something I'm excited to do." Up next is another Kansas City sports franchise that Mahomes spent a pretty penny for a stake of. 2. Becoming a partial owner of Sporting Kansas City. Mahomes was not done owning pieces of the other Kansas City sports teams after his purchase of the Royals. He would also join the ownership group of Sporting Kansas City in 2021. This is the city's local MLS club. Once again, Mahomes has a tie to the sport of soccer as well. His wife, Brittany Mahomes, played soccer during her time in college and would go on to play at the professional level as well. Once again, it was not disclosed how much Mahomes spent to join the ownership team. However, it can be assumed that he spent a pretty penny. Ownership in a soccer team is not the only huge purchase that Mahomes and his wife made together. 3. Car collection. Since joining the league, Mahomes has splurged on a handful of cars and has one of the most luxurious collections in the entire NFL. Up to this point, he has bought 4 incredibly nice cars for himself and one for his wife as well. One of these cars was a Genesis G70 sedan. Typically, this car would sell for around $35,895. However, Mahomes received it for free. This came as a result of him winning the Pro Bowl MVP in the 2019 season. The car features 252 horsepower, has a 0 to 60 time of 6.2 seconds, and reaches a top speed of 145 miles per hour. Another car that he added to his collection is the 2017 Infiniti Q60 Sport. This is a car that Mahomes did not receive as a result of his on-the-field success and would cost him $49,395. The Q60 Sport has 300 horsepower, gets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds, and can get up to 155 miles per hour. The second most expensive car that Mahomes has purchased for himself thus far is the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. This luxury sedan ran Mahomes around $335,350. It has 563 horsepower, goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds, and has a top speed of 151 miles per hour. The final car that Mahomes got for himself is the 2020 Ferrari 812 Superfast. The Superfast is a beautiful supercar that costs around $338,000. It has 788 horsepower, can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 2.8 seconds, and reaches an incredible top speed of 211 miles per hour. While Mahomes spent well around $1 million in cars for himself, he did not forget to get his wife a luxury ride as well. He would purchase Brittany a 2021 Lamborghini Urus. The performance SUV costs around $218,009, features 641 horsepower, a 0 to 60 time of 3.2 seconds, and reaches a top speed of 190 miles per hour. What if I told you cars would not be the only extravagant collection that Mahomes has amassed since he joined the NFL? 4. His sneaker collection. In 2020, Mahomes signed a 10-year, $450 million deal that keeps him on Kansas City's roster through the 2031 season. This was by far the largest deal in league history at the time, and Mahomes dedicated a good chunk of the money to further build up his already insane sneaker collection. Before signing the deal, Mahomes already had 180 pairs in his collection, and since then he has continued to add to his mind-blowing sneaker closet. Now, it has been rumored that Mahomes owns upwards of 30,000 pairs of shoes. However, Mahomes has done much more than simply collect shoes. With him being arguably the biggest name in the NFL and the most talented quarterback in the league, he was a hot commodity on the market for brands to sign as a signature athlete. Mahomes would end up signing a deal with Adidas, and recently, the two came together to release the first of many signature shoes to come. Since the initial shoe release, there have been multiple colorways that have also dropped. Up next is one of the many wise investments that Mahomes has made since becoming a millionaire with his rookie contract. 5. Investment in Hyperice. Hyperice is a company that specializes in creating products to aid athletes in body recovery. They feature a plethora of massagers, leg recovery systems, and other recovery technology that helps keep athletes healthy and able to compete. Before he was an investor in the company, Mahomes had been using Hyperice products for years. When asked about his investment in the company, he was quoted as saying, "I've used Hyperice throughout my career as an instrumental part of my overall training and recovery routines to ensure I'm performing at my peak on game day. My career has just begun, and Hyperice gives me the tools and confidence to accelerate my recovery time and improve longevity." The CEO of the company, Jim Huther, had nothing but great things to say about Mahomes when he was asked about the newest investor-athlete in the brand. He was quoted as saying, "Hyperice is the leader in one of the fastest-growing health and wellness categories, recovery technology, and the alignment with Patrick only accelerates our growth trajectory." Patrick is the most dynamic and versatile young talent in the NFL. As impressive as he is on the field, his investment in and advocacy for Hyperice shows his forward-thinking approach to future successes off the field. Huther hit the nail right on the head with this statement. While Mahomes has continued to accomplish incredible things on the field, his investments off the field in companies like Hyperice have made it certain that he and his family will continue to be in good financial health for the entirety of their lives.